Did you know most people have 23 pair of chromosomes? Juan Daniels has 72, and they're all lethal. Welcome to the DGD podcast. Fun fact there. Just going to leave that there, Guys, also, did you know that you can't spell fuck you without UK? Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why we're here. It's Kentucky preview, folks. It's the Kentucky game preview. Another night game. Looking forward to that. Under the lights of Sanford Stadium. I'm just going to leave that there. I'm excited. Are y'all?
Hell yeah. Let's get it going. Turn the lights off and then just beat the shit out of them. Old school.
Here's a joke for you. That's how you quickly end a deaf person's conversation. Think about that. Just thought that was there. I just got told why did he say a bad word. Lo siento. Ukfe uye. Hit that pig Latin on them. What y'all know about that? Hit that bacon bits, man. Guys, how y'all feeling about Saturday? Let's get back down to business. How we feeling about Saturday?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Like almost like too good mentally.
Too good mentally. Almost too good. Keon, you're feeling good right now and Saturday. Yeah, I'm feeling all right about this, right? I think there's some things that we have to watch out for. But at the same time, I think this proves to be another test for Georgia. Just going to leave that there. Listen, I'm not comparing us to Florida by all means, trust me. But when you got a running back that runs for about 300 yards on the ground by himself, you got to at least have an eye on him. You know what I mean? Keon, you got a fan. Oh, my word.
Shout outs.
All right, he's banned. I'm going to ban him right now.
Jesus. As soon as it was like, hey, man, you got somebody showing you love. Hell no. They're out of here.
Not to get too political, but I digress.
I'd be curious to know what you would have to say in that chat column to get banned on this show. I don't want to find out tonight.
This ain't a faithful moment.
Well, let's see. Let me find out.
Did that for the kids, right? refrained. Refrained for now. Hear that?
Y'all want it in English or Spanish?
Don't know.
All right, here we are.
Oh, man. DG will not be banned. Yeah, you're right, I guess. stuck with them like a bad marriage.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Guys, in all seriousness though, man, we talked about yesterday, excuse me, talked about it. I mean, Carson Beck grew up, Brock Bowers took over the game. But do y'all get this feeling that someone else will have to step up outside of Brock Bowers, or do you think it's some of the same?
I mean, yeah, I think the obvious answer to that is your inside linebackers are going to have to play well. I think you're going to have to be able to tackle, Ray Davis. I mean, I think you look back at the Kentucky game and you see who didn't play well, and it's secondary, like second level defenders. So guys that had a chance to tackle him after, maybe it's still a busted play, a gain of 5 or 6, that person misses that tackle and it goes for 35 or 50 or a house call. So I think it's going to be one of those games where, if you're Pop, if you're Smile Munden, if you're CJ Allen, you're going to have to play well. You're going to have to tackle well. And like you're saying, you're going to be short leash if you're not tackling well this game, because we need you to run your head into a brick wall over and over again, because it can get monotonous if a team's going to run the ball like they are. But kind of from games past that they're going to be limited in the amount that they're going to want to try to pass the ball this game. They're going to try to beat you with ground and pound.
For 60 minutes. By the way, speaking of 60 minutes, did you know that Juan Daniels, it takes him 20 minutes to watch 60 minutes? Did you know that? Tonight, since he's on the back of a milk carton, tonight is Juan Daniels' appreciation show. Oh, where did my Juan go? Can we stop the Blue Kitty run game? It's going to take a full effort to do that. Just going to leave that there.
Just got to take a bite out of them, honestly. That's just really it. We need our linebackers to be aggressive and moving with a full head of steam, honestly. I'm expecting a lot from our linebacking group, because truth be told, if Buddy decides to drop back, it's going to get dangerous for him. So I just need our defense to really come in and with the right mindset for them to really take over the game, because they're really going to try to run the ball on us. Because Kentucky's more of a, hey, if it works, don't change it. And after you have a running back put up 205 yards in the first quarter, you can't tell me that coach didn't go into halftime thinking, you know what, we're going to do this week and next week. 100%.
Yeah, I think you look at it, right? I think we've got to make sure to wrap up and tackle on the first contact. Do not give yards after contact. I think that's something that you have to do, especially if you get them behind the line, right? You don't want to give them any kind of yardage. So that's just my thoughts as well.
100% contact with a purpose.
I mean, do we think these practices this week have any kind of extra level of physicality, Kobe? I mean, if you're prepping for a physical game like Kentucky, which seemed to be a thing, what are your thoughts there?
I mean, yeah, there's definitely emphasis on Keon. There's definitely an emphasis on being physical in practice. It's a hard balance. Like, you don't want to be so physical that you're losing some guys. I mean, I guess Kirby would tell you we practice physical every day, every week, from the preseason to fall camp to UAB to Kentucky. We're practicing to the same standard. Now, have practices maybe been more physical because Kentucky's scout team has had to run like more big personnel, more like practicing against power or counter? Yes, definitely, but it's one of those things that I don't think there's a panic button necessarily being hit, like, oh, we need to practice physical because we're not playing physical. But obviously we'll see. Pretty much Ray Davis beat Florida single-handedly. I don't know if anybody knows that. Like, look at the.
Yeah, I don't. Outside of that though, man, like, we have to understand there's a new quarterback in Kentucky as well with Devin Leary. You got Barry and Brown, things like that. Barian Brown's kind of been one of those names that preseason was super hyped up, but it seems like he's had some inconsistency in regards to catching the ball and drops. Will Leary, I'm not necessarily sold on him. Not, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. We kind of a lot of people overhyped Will Levis, especially leading up into the Georgia game last year. I just wait for people to try to do that this year or this week. Like, I just don't see it. That's just me. There you are.
They're gonna have to prove to me something. Like basically he 9 for 19, so 50% clip, a little under that, for 69 yards and threw 1 touchdown. I mean, that doesn't have any of us shaking in our boots. I think what everybody's going to like to also hear is he didn't run the ball a single time. I think that's what, kind of was the Achilles heel last week. And it's been an Achilles heel in Kirby's career. I mean, people act like years past we've been able to stop a mobile quarterback. I mean, mobile quarterbacks have always given us trouble. To Joe Burrow, who wasn't that super mobile but could make a play on the run, to last year with C.J. Stroud, to Bryce Young. I mean, we have always had trouble with quarterbacks that can extend plays and make throws kind of out of sequence.
Yeah, so we got our first Pat fact of the night. Georgia is 62-12-2 against the Blue Kitties. So Georgia's dominated this rivalry, and I'm not knocking Kentucky this because with under Stoops, I think we've seen a level of physicality, especially I think we could use this year. We've used previous years. Kobe, you played in those games. I'm sure you are aware, like those things come out. You're beat up after that game. But when you look at the defensive line, I want to kind of talk about their defensive line. I don't know. I forgot the names, but they've got size and some speed. So
I want to talk about their defensive line. I forgot their names, but
I don't know how you forgot this one. I don't know how you forgot this one because this is right on up there with your got a lot of sense of pride and pronunciation properly. Octavius Oxendine, defensive lineman, Kentucky.
That just sounds like a Key and Peele skit.
That sounds like a chemical. I'm not gonna lie, for nothing good actually.
007.
Yeah,
James Bond ass. But not in all seriousness, though, man. Big, fast, strong. And I think I saw Jeff talk about it earlier, talking about the offensive line was his biggest concern for Saturday. It's. I think you got a little bit of a test there to try to move that man around. Or I guess at that point, how to offensively, if you try to run the ball, I think you have to establish some sort of run game. What do you do to attack that defensive line? Do you run outside zone to get away from it, or what would you suggest? I mean, I think you see us try to get out into space in the run game, especially with Dejon and Dylan. That's just my thoughts. Keon, what do you think?
I do think that we set them up in situations where we're trying to play on space, kind of work the infield leverage for us. But I also kind of think we try to hit in between the tackles there. I do think that we might try to move with more of a bully ball aspect of it.
What about you, Kobe?
You have me on a kick looking at defensive linemen. I think your biggest challenge is Dion Walker, 6'6", 350 sophomore. He was their freshman All-American last year at nose tackle or defensive tackle.
Ain't that the dude that can run like a crazy ass speed for that size too?
I think he's a pretty good player.
Yeah.
Really good player. How about that? So that's going to be one of those things, like you're saying. That's going to be a big ask for Cedric Van Pran, who really needs to work on his ability to drive people off the ball, especially in run blocking. It's going to be important to get good double team fits because he's going to get help, whether it be from
Tate or Fairchild?
Yeah, Fairchild. I was trying to think Fairchild for some reason, but somebody's going to give a little bit of help. So it's one of those things that if you're able to move him in the double team, you're going to have a better ability to run the ball. Otherwise, I mean, he is a big, just like Jordan Davis type body at 6'6", 350. I mean, that's just not an easy man to move alone.
Yeah, I'm sure you're going to channel in your inner freshman and sophomore years when you had to worry about Jordan Davis. If you're Cedric Van Pran, I think you have to channel some of that. Just to me, it makes sense. So apparently, another pet fact. Good Lord, the now King of England once watched Georgia versus Kentucky in Athens. He was 28 years old at the time. Damn.
Yeah, I actually knew that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
KTG in the building. They call me Pokey. Yeah. Big Pokey Bear. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know how it goes. No, in all seriousness, I mean, I think offensively for Georgia, I think we'll transition into like a key to victory here. You have to attack the field and attack that secondary for Kentucky. I just think that you have to. I mean, we kind of saw it in the fourth quarter against Auburn, right? Third, fourth, in the second half. 15-yard, 20-yard routes, hitting those and getting them into space. Test those corners. They got a good safety, but I need you to see if you can win your one-on-ones and get those. And if you can test that secondary, that seems to be I guess you could say the weakness there on that defense. If you can successfully attack them, I think that's a good shot to win that game. So just my thought there. Do y'all have anything y'all are looking forward to in regards to a keys to victory for Georgia this Saturday?
Yes. No offensive turnovers.
How about no turnovers in general?
Well, no.
I mean, like us.
We need the ball.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Of course I did. If I can
then
have
we're
a pick
all on board. Yeah.
If I can have a pick every play, I'd be
don't
taking
give
that.
any away. I think you do that. I think the problem over the past 2 weeks of these games looking closer have been you've had 4 or 5 turnovers. You take away all of those turnovers over the past 2 weeks, you absolutely obliterate UAB and you dog walk Auburn. I mean, that's not that complicated to see. So, yes, there are questions. Yes, there are problems, but you still handle business if you take care of the football. That's going to be a big key against Kentucky. Take care of the football, have 0 turnovers, take the ball away from them once or twice. It could be a Sanford Stadium beatdown.
As Kirby Smart once said, the shit's easy, right? You tackle the man with the ball.
It's just that easy.
The shit's easy. Yeah, I'm gonna need a fiery speech from Kirby, please, and thank you.
Yeah, no, for real.
I need Juan Daniels to get in his ear, please, God, for the love of God.
No, I think honestly, like and we're doing our keys to victory, correct? Yeah, for me, I would say our defense being sound on their assignments. Like I said, make contact with a purpose. Guys actually wrapping up once you make contact. That's where it comes in with that whole purpose thing. But honestly, guys being sound on their assignments defensively, I'm really looking at our defense to come in and really try to shut a lot of what they're trying to do down.
I think you have to look at the interior defensive line.
Yeah.
Create the mismatch to get in the backfield early. Force the man outside, and because if you create that mismatch right there, get to them or make them bump outside and hope that you've got your linebackers and your edge play situated. But at the same time, I kind of want to see our guys bump it back in, keep them inside the tackles, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to, in my opinion, I mean, maybe it's just a 1 week thing, but I don't want to see anyone attacking our edge right now because I feel like that's our weakness by any means. As they could, I can't say that due to what just happened earlier. So I'm going to refrain from that because I would yell it if I could, but I'm not going to. Also, the third pat fact for the night: Georgia's beaten the Blue Kitty 13 straight years. Damn.
Beat that shit purple. That is crazy.
That's great. Well, bye.
Yeah. See you later, Bucko. Yeah. All right. So now we're here at the but seriously though, what are some things that you would say that are sticking out to you when it comes to our defense that you would like to see get cleaned up going into this game with Kentucky?
Yeah, I definitely think, like, obviously our defensive ends have been a huge question. I mean, you've gone from Azeez Ojulari, who has been phenomenal at setting the edge versus the run, straight into Nolan Smith, who does it. I mean, I think people didn't understand how good Robert Beal was even at playing defensive outside linebacker and being able to set that edge. I mean, yeah, was he going to get you a ton of sacks? No. But if a pulling guard came around the corner, it was on. And so that's what you got to kind of find from these guys that are young. We ain't got time for you to be soft. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have time for it. Kirby doesn't have time for it. Your teammates don't have time for it. The fan base doesn't have time for it. If you want to play in this defense, you have to just be cold-hearted, prepared to run into a wall and make somebody hurt over and over again. You can't look at Kirby and go, man, coach, I've had to hit that pulling guard 18 times. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of getting my ass kicked. I'm tired of him blocking me. I'm tired of him being bigger than me, stronger than me. I need you to run into him as hard as you can with your shoulder, leave an arm free, and make a tackle. That's all I need you to do. But I need you to be willing to do it.
Yeah, I need to see some extra sense of physicality. I think taking good angles. I want to see our guys take good angles and listen. If I see a guy come up like Julian Humphrey did last week, come up just super fast and try to strike, give me that. I do want to see the tackle, but give me that kind of aggressiveness. I want that. That type of aggression I'll gladly take.
I really need violence out of our defense this game. That's something that I'm really looking for. I'm looking for us to be violent this game.
With two V's.
I'm telling you. I'm talking
like
about
the color purple, violet?
I'm talking about violent, like with the black forces on, dirty. You know what I mean? Like
Sorry, I thought you were talking about the color violet. My bad.
No, violent.
I'm just kidding.
Violence. You know what I mean?
Yes. Stoops is the longest tenured coach in the SEC besides Nick Saban. He's done a good job, man. I mean, for what it's worth. I mean, he's taken that Kentucky team and put it on a consistent level. I don't expect Kentucky to ever really be a true contender for a national title. I'm not saying they can't, but
neither do they.
But I think if you get them winning the SEC at one point, I think, that's just my thought. What am I missing here, Inspector Gadget? What am I missing? Damn, Sarnell. Sorry. Speaking of violent, why did Aguero play no snaps last week? Is he hurt? Good question. I think if he's healthy, I think you see him play. But I think at the same time, I don't think you could avoid it last week. You were playing from behind, and then you see what I mean? So I think you had to play your best players for the majority of that game to the entirety of the game, actually. Yeah.
I need the hardest hitter on my defense to get some snaps this week.
Yeah, but
if he's healthy.
At some point, you gotta play the guys that have proven it in practice.
Oh, 100%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I think you do see these guys come in and play. I think you're going to need to. I mean, listen. The good thing is you've got Javon, Tyke, and Malachi, and they've all shown themselves in game that they come down and they make some plays. They tackle at the line of scrimmage. They're physical. So what more can you ask for from there, aside from Aguero coming in and just ripping heads off? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's my Christmas list. Just gonna add that to that. Good call, but he played many snaps the week before. Yeah, I think it's just a matter of the game didn't warrant it. You know.
I mean, you played UAB, you never trailed, you were up, you played the whole squad of 2s and 3s the second half. Versus Auburn at Auburn, you didn't lead until you scored 27-20. To my remembrance, I don't.
Well, I mean, you tied it up, but then after that, you still playing 0-0 game at that point. You got to play the best players and get ahead. So
you come out and you're up 21 on Kentucky. Where I might get the party a little bit.
Start fast, man. Get off the field on defense, force 3 and outs, and you do that. I think. Listen, which I'm gonna kind of make a prediction here too. Are we? Well, I'm gonna save that for the predictions. How are we feeling about keys to victory? Any other things that we missed, guys?
No.
I think we're good.
I think we're keyed up.
Ooh, like it. Locked down with a key, right? See what I did? Locked up. Speaking of locked up, I'm just messing. Talk about you're out of cell block. You're out of D block. But no, so I want to talk about our first sponsor of the night, obviously, folks, and that is our friends over at Apotheos. Oh man, damn good coffee, folks. Listen, you hear me come in here and talk about this coffee every show. But I'm here to let you know that this shit's delicious. All right? It tastes exactly how it smells. Delicious. Give them a follow and, get you some coffee. Check out our website. Go get you some coffee and support the Classic City Collective in the process.
Got to.
Jesus Christ.
Gotta say, Apotheos coffee. Use one every day. It's amazing.
Come again?
It's
I'm done here. I'm done with y'all guys. All the inside jokes. So before we get into our predictions and over-unders, let's read this. It says, Bauer should pass Massaquoi for 7th all-time in Georgia receiving yards this weekend. There's a chance. He is creeping up that damn leaderboard. Makes Juan look ancient in regards to where he was on that spot. So, sorry, Juan. But, you did play with Charlie Trippi, I heard. So, there is that. Just going to leave that there. Let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's do this. So, we talked about this last night and spontaneously brought this out of thin air. But here are our Week 6 over-unders. Over-unders, folks. Jeff with the excellent submission here. So I got to see what this is right here. So Carson Beck, over or under 290 passing yards. We'll each give it. So what we're going to do, I think we're going to keep track of this, guys. So let me pull this down. We do our picks, but I want to see if we want to keep an over-under score count. See what we look like on that. See how many we hit. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm with it.
See how many we hit.
I think it's only fair considering Keon's getting just destroyed in the.
You'll see that. You'll see that later. You'll see that later.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, this isn't.
Well, he getting abused.
Yeah, this isn't what I thought it was.
He getting mollywopped.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Bamboozled.
I don't remember if Robert told you at the beginning of the year. If you finish worse than the brigade, you get replaced, right?
That's crazy.
Like if you're statistically worse than the brigade picked them, like no more co-hosts for you, I guess.
Oh man.
Goodbye.
Hello? Haven't you heard? This guy doesn't know ball.
Right.
We can't be having that around these parts.
Yeah, that double down that I made that 1 week, that kind of.
We're gonna save that for a little bit later because you got some explaining to do. All right, let's get back to these over-unders real fast, guys. Let me pull it back up first. There we go. Over/under 290 passing yards. Kobe will let you go first, then Keon, then myself.
I'm going to say, I'm going to say over. I think he goes over 290. Goes crazy. Has another great game. Player of the game. Do I keep going or are we going one at a time?
We'll break it one off at a time. We'll do one at a time.
So I'll say over.
Okay.
I think Carson Beck is really stepping into a point where he's really starting to show that he's looking comfortable. Um, I just think we're going to be in a situation to where we're going to have the ball a lot, so more opportunities for us to make plays.
I'm going over as well. I think we need this, right? Because of the fact that their secondary is where it is, right? I think you have to. I think you have to have 300 yards, but I want to see more of a running presence as well, right? But with the situation, I'm going to say over, but I think it's barely over. Barely over. The next one is Carson Beck with 2.5 passing touchdowns. Kobe, are you over or under?
I think right this second I'm probably rolling under there because I know when we get inside the red zone, we definitely tend to be the kind of team from like the 10 that we're trying to run the ball in the end zone. Not as many chances happening with the ball in the air. So I'm thinking he's going to be under 2.5. So maybe like right at 2, obviously.
Keon, what about you, sir?
I'm going to say over.
You're saying
I'm
over.
going to say over with us having more of an opportunity at the passing attack. Like I said, I think we're going to have the ball a lot this game. I think we're going to be more focused on trying to score as quickly as possible. So I'll say over.
I'm going under just because I think he gets 2 on the dot. 2 on the dot. And listen,
I
and
think it's
listen, and
going
we're
to be
going to call
3.
that a damn good game too, because with the yardage, with 2 tutties, hopefully no picks. Give me that.
Yeah, another one there.
Give me that. Speaking of, we have over under 3 sacks.
Can I call it
A push?
can I call it a push? I feel like
Sure.
yeah, let's see. Let's go under. Actually, I think I like the under. I think that they're not going to throw the ball a lot. I just think that we already struggle getting to the quarterback consistently for sacks. He's
Yep.
not going to really try to extend a lot of plays. I think he is going to throw the ball away to put his team in a better position. So I'm going to stick with the under 3.
Okay. What about you, Keon?
Yeah, I'll take the under as well.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to be throwing the ball a lot as well. I just think that they're going to be trying to really hit us with the running attack. If we see them throw the ball, it's going to be third down for the most part.
Yeah, I think you see. I'm gonna go under as well, and it is due to the fact that again, it's just a run game. I think they run so much. However, it would not surprise me if we miss on this because we get home if they're down, right? If we get them down and they're trying to have to pass, it would not surprise me if we get to 3 sacks or get more.
I think the next thing is more what I would be interested. If they're down and we're making Devin Leary throw the ball around, I think the next topic is the one that may hit at that point.
Let's see.
Yep, let's see, shall we? Hold on 1 second. So we just did 3 sacks, and the next one, 1.5 interceptions. I'm talking about takeaways, interceptions.
Yeah, talking about for us.
Yeah.
I think that's one of those, like you're saying, if we're up big or bigger in the game,
over.
That I think you could see Devin Leary put the ball in some bad situations. So,
are you going over or under, Kobe?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go over as well.
I'm gonna go under. I think we get one. I think we get one. But again, I just don't see them. And I mean, unless we force them to, I'll eat my crow on this. If they get over 2 picks, that means we shut down their run game enough to make them have to throw. So it's a win for me. A moral victory, if you will.
I'm looking at 2 for sure. I'm taking the over. I got us walking away from this with 3 turnovers.
No, that's I'm talking about picks specifically.
Oh well, yeah. No, I'm taking over.
Okay. So just wanted to make sure we're aware of that. It was just picks. So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
The next one, I think, is player specific. Dejon Edwards, 75 rushing yards. I'm going under.
Hammer it over.
Hammer the over.
Yeah, I think that's easy money. Take the over.
So I'm the devil's advocate, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Brock Bowers, 7.5 receptions.
Oh, hammer that over.
Yeah, this is yet again it's easy money. Brock is walking away with at least 10 receptions.
I might be wrong, but fuck it. I'm going over 2. I want to. My thing is those cornerbacks. I'm not sold on, so I really want to see someone else like a lad step up and get a lot of receptions off of this, or love it, have a great game, or rah rah. I want to see one of those guys. But again, I'm going over because you trust the tried and true, and Bobo's proven that he gets the ball into the hands of his best playmakers, and that is Brock Bowers. So I have to go over. I have to go over on that. And I think you do it early and often, by the way. I think you establish that aerial attack early and just start wreaking shit, like just wrecking shit. That's what I think you need to do.
And I feel like
I'm with you.
Also, fun fact with the Dejan pick, he's hit that twice in 3 games that he's played this year. 75 over 75.
There you go. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Let's see what happens. Let's see here. So we got some facts here talking about. All right, so we got this right here. Let's see. So pulling up, looks like the top 7 right now. Edwards at 3,093, Gibson at 2,884, Green with 2,619, TK with 2,602, Hunter with 2,373, then Mitchell 2,350, and Massaquat 2,282. And I think, he said Brock has 22.
37.
Yeah, 22-37. So he should easily break 7. So it depends on how things go. He could hit 6 as well. But it's just a thing to think about. He also says Pat has Dejan over 100. Hey, Walla is back. Let's go. You just missed our over-unders, sir.
What up, Walla Walla?
Walla Walla Bill, y'all. I grew up on the crime side, the New York Times side. Sorry for the culture. Guys, let's do our predictions. Any takes that you want to drop for this game?
Dogs cover.
What was the spread? 14 or something like that?
14.5.
14.5.
Definitely cover. Definitely cover.
We cover.
So y'all got them covering. I think we win by 13.
I have more egregious takes than just covering, but I'll just be
me too.
Nice and say we cover. I'm telling you, I'm feeling.
Oh, we feeling charged up. Like, okay, let's see what you got then.
I'm feeling like
Dogs covered
35-13 type.
Yeah, like we cover that spread in the first half.
Do tell.
Like Arkansas 2021 type game.
Stop the profanity.
No, it's just gonna be belt. It's about to be an ass whipping, belt to ass. That's it.
It just has that Kirby Smart.
It does, bro.
Like, the hype is so there for Kentucky, and I just know he's gonna be like, I'm tired of hearing about their fucking ass. just like the Alabama game with when they played Clemson. When he's everybody's seen that video where he's like he's on the whiteboard.
I'm tired of hearing about these motherfuckers.
Boom!
Oh, sorry. Stop the profanity.
Hey man, if your kid's still up at 10:50, we need to talk about other things.
Oh God!
Like if your kid can't hear us cuss at 10:50 at night, we need to talk.
He's on vacay.
Especially when I'm talking about curb.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. You gotta be careful with that. I just want to give y'all my take. All right, I just want to give you my take on this. Okay, you ready? I need y'all to focus.
These white men are dangerous. No one is to go near them.
Carson Beck about to go to fuck off.
Bro, this is about to get bad.
He goes off. And my thing is, so Jeff's in California. Oh, we're still on primetime. Sorry. Nah, Carson Beck's about to tear it up. I think he built a lot of confidence against Auburn this past week.
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Shh. I see that comment. I'm done. I'll pull it up. There you go. If you're in Cali, your kids are probably seeing much worse anyways. Or here, for that matter. Oh, boy. Let's keep football talk. Yeah, no, I got Carson Beck tearing this up, man. I think we talked about I think the way he does it is probably going to be more impressive. But I do think, like we talked about on the over, I think he gets over. And I think it's just the way that it's being done. I think is what's going to be more impressive to me.
You know what I think? I think this is going to be one of those games that Kirby is just going to be like, look, bro, if you want to go out there and throw this football until your arm comes out, go ahead. I think our defense is really about to, like, this is like people outside of our fan base think that this is like, oh, it's a high pressure situation. Oh, well, Kentucky's undefeated. And, you know, if you really
Arkansas was undefeated when they came in on a noon game, and we just tore that ass up.
You know, had to say what's up to the pit boss one more time. You know, flick him on the forehead and tell him to head back to Fayetteville.
The day we smoked some. We smoked on the pit boss, but we did not smoke. What you thought? We did not smoke a pork shoulder.
There it is.
No. Yeah, sorry. We didn't smoke a pork shoulder that day. Man, I wanted all that smoke that day. Boy, that game I was charged up for that one. I remember that. I was charged up for that.
Yeah, we done baked bacon bits. You know,
I'm gonna give you another prediction.
All right, let's hear it.
Carson Beck connects on a deep bomb of over 55 yards.
Now, if that's just to Brock Bowers, I just need y'all to understand because I got
makes it even more. Well, hear me out. And what makes it even more of a bold take is it's not Bowers.
It's Ladd McConkey? Is it Ladd? Oh, well, I mean, I'll still be excited, but those first two give me
rah. Yes. No, I think he goes to Rah-Rah, hit a deep shot on Rah-Rah. I think Rah-Rah gets over the top.
That's amazing. I would love that.
But at the same time, my feelings, as I said, that also said, please be Lovett.
I'm going up against Lovett.
I don't give two shit who it is.
I don't either.
I will gladly make the prediction that we get a 55-yard plus bomb.
It could be Oscar Delp streaking down.
Honestly.
Muse.
Yeah. Go ahead and toss it over to Waffle House.
I'm going to refrain from reading that comment, by the way. I'll post it up, though. You got some explaining to do.
Talking about Sam Pittman. Sam Titman, if you will.
Jeez, I hope you're not watching this. God damn.
That's just.
I'm done. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh man. Any bold takes, guys? Any predictions? Hey, if you're in the comments, drop your bold prediction and we'll read them off. Just gonna leave that there. Honestly. Oh, we'll save it. Keep that one on the back burner, sir. That was a good one. It says he's hitting Lovett for 55 plus against Mizzou. Keep that. I want that same energy for come Mizzou week. Just leave that there.
Oh man.
Let's see. Okay. So Robert.
We're on the same wavelength.
So I'm just going to leave this here. And this is a good comment. Jeff brought up and said, Rah-Rah had 46 snaps. So that was 10 more than Roseme. Listen, Roseme's my dude, though, man. He has been solid hands and super consistent. But I think Rah-Rah is that dude when it comes to creating separation and catching 50-50 balls as a true X receiver. It just takes him a little bit. Once he got the playbook, I think you really start to see him evolve. And I think we're getting there.
I think Rah-Rah catches, well, not Rah-Rah, but Marcus, he'll catch the ball and then be like, where's the nearest defender? And then try to run right through him. But
I will say that, man, it's been a pleasant surprise. Like having that consistency at Roseme, right, with his hands.
Yeah.
To this point, like anytime they throw it to Roseme, he just grabs it, just plucks it out, like makes it look effortless and just go from there. So I'll take that.
Gotta love the guys that make the difficult catches but make them look easy.
Yeah.
I don't think it applies to this game yet, just because of how good their defensive front is. But I do think at some point, kind of like Jeff has been saying, a couple other people, that we haven't been the happiest maybe with our backup tight end. I think once the freshmen are back, you may see a little freshman action. I also
Give
think
me Lawson Lucky.
I also think you are going to see a little bit more 11 personnel, the healthier that the receiving core gets.
Yeah, especially when Ladd's fully game shape. I think you almost have to run 11 for the most part.
I mean, pick your poison. If you have Brock Bowers, Dom Lovett, Ra, Marcus Roseman. I mean, you have all those guys on the field at the same time.
And then all you got to do is rotate in like an Arian or a CJ Smith, and then goodbye. Let's see. So Jeff brings up. All right, this is good. Here we go. So Jeff's prediction is that McConkey gets a big touchdown catch. I wouldn't be opposed to that whatsoever.
I wouldn't either. He's on my fantasy team. Let's do it.
Ooh, okay. The Mighty Mouse from Waffle House is running one back. If he runs one back in conference play, give me that. We win in that game. There's no way you lose that game.
I really believe this is about to be a style points weekend, fellas. I'm sorry.
Just a narrative up, if anything. Try to do that. Motivated Dedicated says Dale has to step up. Roseman has to step up. Roseman's done a good job at stepping up, though. I think.
Honestly,
I think you just got to throw him the ball. I mean, if you throw him the ball, he's stepped up. Like I looked that up real quick. I mean, you threw him the ball 6 times against South Carolina, he went for 71. You only threw him the ball 3 times against UAB, he went for 94. You only got the ball to him twice against Auburn, he still went for 44. I mean, he's 22 yards a catch if you get him the ball.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like law of statistics kind of change. Law of averages, I guess you could say, will change eventually. But I think disregard that.
He has 13 catches right now on the year for 226 yards.
That's a good stat.
17 and a half yards per catch. So I guess statistically, throw him the ball.
But again, if you got Brock Bowers tearing it up like that too and single-handedly taking the game over, it's a good problem to have. So this is another good one. We need to rush for at least 90 Saturday. If we don't rush for 90 yards, is that an issue?
Yes.
I think so too.
I would like to know, did we not? I think we rushed for 90 against Auburn, did we not?
Yeah,
sounds about right. Yeah,
I think we're going to run for 100 plus. I mean, there are very few games that I don't see us establishing the run to the point where we run for 100 yards. If it is an Auburn type game where we are behind a majority of the game.
Maybe. My question is this: I want to leave this prediction for us. This will be our takes for this. Does Georgia get off to a fast start this week? Do they break the trend and go fast and start off fast?
Yes, I think this is going to be the game. I think this is honestly going to be the set to tone game for conference play. Yet again, Bloody Tuesdays had to have been insanely bloody. So I think they built off of that coming into this. I think you're going to see aggression on all phases of the ball. I don't think this game is going to be close. I'm going to be honest.
Well, I feel like we're about to I just get this gut feeling that we're going to have a breakout second quarter. Kind of like a 3-point first quarter, because they're going to run the ball and get a couple first downs, I think, and it's going to eat some of the clock up. I think we get a field goal maybe in the first quarter, but then second quarter we just start tearing it up for some fucking reason. I just get that feeling. I don't know why, but I just did. So we'll see whether that comes to fruition or not. We'll see. Maybe y'all are right and they do start off fast and buck that trend.
We are covering the spread in the first by halftime. By halftime, book it. We are covering the spread by halftime. I'm telling you. It sounds crazy. I know it. I just feel it, man.
Okay. Well, we'll keep that to you. Keep your word there. Any guys, before we do our picks, player of the game predictions. Who do you think is the player of the game for offense and defense? Or it could be a special teamer. You never know. Who you're we'll give you 2 selections for player of the game.
We are all going to say the first 2 for offense. They're going to be the same 2 people.
Are they?
Well, I hope so.
Play the clip.
I ain't got the clip.
Look, Carson Beck, Brock Bowers. To me, that's my offense. Now, defense.
That's my whole
right?
offense. It has to be.
I'm doing it just to do it. Lad McConkey.
I'm telling you, you could throw the ball. If you throw the ball 35 times and complete 25 of them, I would be perfectly comfortable with Brock Bowers having 20 of those receptions. I would not bat an eye.
Lad McConkey is my player of the game on offense.
Okay.
You can still play the clip at that point. With boom, boom, boom.
So you got Carson Beck, Brock Bowers, Lad McConkey. Commonality.
These white men are dangerous. No one is to go near them.
Goddamn right. Guys, defensive. Let's talk defense. Player of the game. Would you choose defense, special teams? We'll do that.
Defense, I got Malachi.
Yeah, Malachi. Okay.
I got Malachi and Tyke.
Malachi and Tyke. Okay.
I'm going Smile Munden. I think that your linebackers have got to play. They've got to show up. They've got to tackle. It's going to be one of those things where if they don't tackle, when things break through, and if they don't tackle people at that 4 or 5 yard mark, I mean, it could get ugly as far as the defense kind of goes. Obviously, I don't think everybody plays a big part in it. If they don't throw the ball but 20 times and he's only completing about 50% of those, I'm not sure how many big plays the DBs will have to make, except maybe helping in the run game. But that's why I think Smile needs to have a really big game.
I think if you're go ahead.
No, go ahead, Keon. Go.
I was gonna say, well, another one that I would like to possibly add there. I think Warren. I think Warren is gonna he's gonna play a big part in this. One of the guys up front gonna help set the situation up there, because I think they're gonna try to run in between the tackles. I don't think that they're gonna try to swing it outside.
I got a 1A, 1B. I got a 1A, 1B. My 1A, I think is Javon Bullard. Run support from the safety is going to help out there. But then my 1B, give me Jalen Walker. For some reason, I just think he's about to have a nice game. I'd love to see that. I don't necessarily, or maybe no. Hold on, sorry, maybe not Jalen Walker. Give me Xavier Sori. Give me Xavier Sori on that one. I think you're going to need him in space to cover that ground and tackle. So I think you could see him have a nice game tackling. I mean, you have Smile. I mean, Smile's super fast too. So I mean, it would work out that way too. But I just think Sori, this would be a good game to assert yourself and kind of show your identity as well. We've had this situation where it's how does he fit on the field, this and that. This would be the game to just grasp that and just say, I deserve to be out on the field. This is why I've been playing. And I think it'd be a good game to do it. Let's see here. I might not be necessarily as versed on this, but while I mentioned what's the easiest app to put in some bets on this game, never sports betted. So we're not affiliated with any sports betting places or anything. So I'd assume maybe DraftKings or something, I guess.
But if DraftKings or any of them want to come and sponsor the show,
yeah, I mean, I'm not the best versed for that. I mean, I don't do that. So Keon's probably better at that. So I would say I just know the name DraftKings. So
DraftKings, FanDuel.
Regards. So Seed Vision has Edwards and Brock as his player of the game. Wouldn't be a bad idea at all. Pat has Starks. Starks is always a good choice. Michael Jeff says he has 2.5 sacks by himself. Damn. My question is, how are you going to get 2.5 sacks if they run the ball the whole fucking time? Like we said, though, that's why you tuned in, and hopefully you listened. Let's see. Haven't picked my DGD Pat certified dog of the year yet, so he's thinking Malachi. Okay. Fair enough. Guys, is it time? Is it already time for our
Yeah.
DG Pick'em? First things first, though. Let's get into our second sponsor for the night, Alumni Hall, guys. Get all your shirts, get all your polos, get jerseys, flags, all your game day shit. Get it here at Alumni Hall. Okay, they're in Athens, and if you can't get to Athens, they got a website. Go to our website, and it'll take you straight to it. And you just go shop their website. Just shop till you fucking drop. Just do it. You'll understand. If you're in store, however, if you go to Athens and you're in the store, mention the show and get 10% off your order. So if you're there in Athens on, chilling, finding some time to kill before Saturday and you're not at a tailgate, or maybe you're moving through the city to get to another tailgate, listen, make the little 10-minute trip away from Sanford Stadium, drop in at Alumni Hall, get you some nice little stuff, nice little polo, maybe, whatever. It's cooling down, by the way. So maybe even a pullover, or, maybe a hoodie like Kobe's got right there. That's a nice little hoodie there you got too. Get you one from there. Get you one from Alumni Hall, folks. Just get you one.
And if you make it from the stadium to Alumni Hall in 10 minutes on game day, you come back to the show on Monday and you let us know.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's a 10-minute drive. That's a 10-minute drive. But prepare yourself on game day. It's different, I would assume. So
yeah,
it's worth for what it's worth.
That's a smooth 30-minute.
There you go. Listen, stop in before you get into the city. Right before you get to the stadium area, and mention the show and get your stuff 10% off. It's that simple, folks. It's just that simple. Let's see. Oh, okay. Kobe needs to bring back the NASCAR crew chief look.
The headset.
Oh yeah.
The talking.
For some reason, as soon as I read that comment, it made me think Talladega Nights.
I want to go fast.
Help me, Jesus.
Help! Save me, Tom Cruise.
I don't know why I just thought about it, because Kobe, I guess you'd just be perfect for that movie. I don't know. I love
that movie.
It's a good movie. It's good.
It's great. Maybe it arguably could be Will Ferrell's best work.
Yeah, that's a debatable question.
No, honestly.
God, there's some good ones.
I was about to say, if you throw out Step Brothers as the argument, I don't want to hear it.
No, it ain't that. It ain't that.
I was about to say. So many people counter that with like, oh, what about Step Brothers?
Listen,
it's the same movie.
It's so Talladega Nights is probably right there, but Old School is a good one too.
Oh man, Tropical. Oh yeah, no, actually you're right.
You're thinking Jackie Moon.
Yeah,
Blades of Glory is good.
Yeah, Blades of Glory is one of my favorites.
Hold on.
Hard with Kevin Hart's pretty good too.
Nah, so drop your favorite Will Ferrell movie. I want to see what people say what their favorite movies, because we might have to come back after our picks on this. Just gonna leave.
No, definitely.
Just gotta do that. Don't you touch my drum set. That was about a 6. You don't see me go to a 10. Physically, break them bitches. All right, guys, let's get focused. Game face. No, but seriously, drop those movies. Drop that favorite movie in the comments. We're gonna read them afterwards. We're gonna have to maybe a quick debate on that, guys. Here's week 5. Right, as of week 5, 5 weeks in. Well, 6, I guess, if you count week 0, because we did do the 7 games on week 0.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, here we go, guys. Here's what we picked last week.
But
Keon, you've got
the 7 games in week 0. We didn't keep count.
So we've got situated here. So ultimately, you're looking at. So these are the picks that were made. Everybody went with Missouri, got that right. Everybody went with Alabama, got it right. Me and Juan got bit by the Gators because they couldn't stop a goddamn nosebleed. Kentucky ran down their throat like a bukkake. I just can't help you there. It just is what it is. Let's see. A&M hit. Keon, you went with bacon bits and got cooked. Juan pulled the Alabama trick for me and hit the Ole Miss over LSU. Brigade and Keon got left hung out to dry. Got fried like their chicken down there. Vols hit that. USC cleared. Texas cleared. Keon with the Duke triple down. Missed that one. Georgia clears. Keon missed the lock of the week. So he lost the 2 points. couldn't make it up because he did the same for the upset pick. So it's straight wash except for -2 points. No, I think everyone's lock hit and everyone's upset did not hit. So with that being said, here are the standings. Ooh. Brigade goes 8-2 last week with a 40-17 record in regards to your picks. Keon, you went 6-4, so you stand at 37-20. You're about to be in relegation mode. Kobe went 9-1. Juan went 9-1. Kobe, you're at 44-13. Juan, I think, is at 45-12. And then I went 8-2, so I'm at 40-17. From a points perspective, Keon, you hit 4 points because that lock got you. You're at 37 points. You're trailing, man. You're sliding. You're sliding. Kobe and Juan tied at first with 46, and myself, I'm 2 points behind with 44. Keon, I'll let you do some explaining, man. Why the triple down? It almost hit, though. It almost hit.
So here's the thing. I've been listening to you hype up Duke all year long, and I was just like, you know what?
So it's my fault? So it's my fault?
Yeah, I'm blaming you. When
am I not to blame?
You want to know the other thing, though? I made the same mistake that you have a couple times this year, riding with bacon bits. Yeah. I rode my man Pitt one too many games last year, and it cost me down the stretch. And this year, no offense to him, but haven't been able to take him yet.
Dude, listen, the problem with it was this. You heard me hype up Duke, but at the same time, it literally took a last-minute touchdown, and then the problem for me was Riley Leonard gets hurt in the last seconds of the game. That's what I'm worried about because that's probably going to derail their season, and it was a good season. We'll see how that looks. There's a chance that it might be out a couple of weeks. Hopefully so, because they've got a rough few games in a couple of weeks moving forward. But if he's back for those games, I think Duke's still got a decent shot to control their own destiny there. But that game was I'm telling you right now, I get the triple down, but that shit was you almost hit that because that Duke game pulled off. They just left too much time and did prevent defense. Never do fucking prevent defense because it prevents you from winning.
Yeah.
It's just my thoughts. Guys, let's jump into this. All right, let me see here. So we did our standings. All right, we showed the picks from week 5. Week 5 is now in the books officially. And now we start with our first matchup of the week. And that is Fresno State, the highest ranked group of 5 team, if I'm not mistaken right now, traveling to Wyoming and those Cowboys from Wyoming. Guys, everyone picks Fresno State. Is there any chance that Wyoming could knock them off at home?
No. I don't know.
I just rode the Bulldogs, baby.
Yeah, the Dogs. That was it.
The Wyoming Bulldogs versus the Fresno State Bulldogs.
Woo-hoo.
Kobe would have been in a conundrum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for what it's worth, Fresno State has looked good. I watched a little bit of their game last week. They can move the ball on offense. They're pretty legit offensively, so I think they should pose a good game there. Wyoming isn't a bad team this year either, so I think it could make up for a good matchup. So watch out for the sneaky upset if Wyoming was to pull that off. Just gonna leave that there. That's just my thoughts. Oh man. With that being said, moving on to the next matchup. Fucking Gators, man. Fucking Gators. Hosting Vanderbilt.
We should all be in unison in this one.
Listen, for what it's worth.
We indeed are not.
Oh, God.
And here's why.
Oh, okay. All right, no. That's fine.
Tell me. Hold on. Listen, this could be your Alabama moment right here, okay? Tell us why. Right, tell me why, tell me like Backstreet Boys. Tell me why.
I told y'all that Florida had a strong possibility of going 4-8. I gave you 3 games. I said Utah, Kentucky, Vanderbilt. They have to go at least 3 out of 2 for that 3-game stretch.
2
out of 3. Either way.
The math ain't mathing. My fingers can't
2
work
out of
that way.
3. You know what I mean? There's 3
No, I don't.
games. You got to win 2 of them. That's what they should have gone for that to not happen for them. They've already lost 2 out of the 3. And honestly, at this point, if you think that Florida is better than Vandy, you're lying. You don't. There's no way.
And this is why you're dead last.
Oh, okay. We're going to review it.
All I'm saying,
No, seriously, though.
all it took for me to hear was as Kentucky is just running the ball down their throat, they go, oh, yeah, Ray Davis did this to them last year at Vanderbilt. And that was all I needed to hear to go, Ray Davis got the hell out of there. That ship, those people, steering little ships over there, they're going down. So I think Florida has a big bounce back game. I think obviously young defensive coordinator got pretty embarrassed. I think Billy Baggs and the boys pick up a big win against Vanderbilt.
Listen. Here's why I've got Florida winning. If anything, in the SEC this year, home field advantage has proven to be very, very valuable. Very valuable. Georgia's like the only team that defied this and went on the road at this point. It's crazy.
I've got another reason, Keon. Because if I'm right, I'm right. But if I'm wrong,
God, that's the
Keon
right there.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like either way, I'm right.
That's typical. That's typical logic.
No, Florida has honestly screwed me over so many times so far this year. And yeah, I'm just not willing to do it anymore.
We need to don us with that Albie shirt. Let's go. Break out. Nick Saban trying to figure out why fifth isn't in the top 4 last year. Will you please let us in? Because I've got something to prove. Y'all think we fucking forgot about that?
No, for real.
Good. Hey, good auto-tune, T-Pain. I mean, Terry and Auto.
There you go.
Oh, my God. I digress. What's it? Washington State and UCLA in the Rose Bowl. UCLA at home. Dante Moore, right? UCLA kind of, I wouldn't say fell off, but they're kind of going under the radar when you look at the teams at the very top, and you've got Oregon, USC, right? Colorado's getting a lot of hype as well. Washington State is a sneaky good play here. But does everybody agree? No. Again, I wonder who chose otherwise. I guarantee you a fifth grader could figure this out. Keon goes UCLA, everyone else goes Washington State. Seems to be a trend here. We might as well let Keon explain every pick.
No, I'm not.
I'll be honest with Keon. It's one of those games that just feels weird. It feels like somebody knows something that we don't.
You feel like it's a Pac-12 game,
bro. It's crap. ESPN, UCLA is favored by 4 points. The matchup predictor gives them a 67% chance of winning the game. It feels dirty to me. I don't know. Keon, I feel like it could be a good pick. It could also, they could lose by 21. I don't know.
No, so Keon has a friend, Knuckles Wallow, went UCLA with him. Keon, you're already on the island, so you're sticking with it. Nah, he's sinking on the Titanic at this point.
Yeah,
there's no getting around that.
No,
that shit's sinking fast.
Yeah, no.
Hold on, hey, at least you ain't got to worry about no female. So you got the little raft, if anything.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I'm just gonna leave that there, by the way. Yeah, guys. Speaking of Bacon Bits goes to the Grove. Arkansas and Ole Miss. Ole Miss coming off of a extremely good offensive performance.
We better have some unison on this damn pick.
We're looking. Hold on, Keon. Hold on. We're looking at you. We're looking down at you right now. You the one sitting there going against everybody. That's on you at this point.
Y'all about to be so wrong.
But you're right. We went Ole Miss on this. Everybody went Ole Miss.
Thank God. I'm gonna just start asking y'all what y'all pick coming in.
You thought, man. That's what happened. You thought.
This shit is getting terrible. Jesus.
Can't help you, man. Can't help you. Next one. Battle of the Tigers. If you choose the Tigers, you were automatically right, by the way.
This one surprised me for the folks at home.
Oh, thank God. Oh,
Keon. We're riding with Brian Kelly in his retirement program.
Bro,
my God.
If Ole Miss's receivers just did that, tell me why Brady Cook and fucking Luther Burden can't do something the same.
Because they're pretenders.
Are they though?
Yeah, because it's only one guy. They're just going to cover him.
Yeah, that's it.
Dude, LSU's cornerbacks last week couldn't cover a goddamn nothing. They couldn't cover nothing. I'm just going to leave it there. They couldn't cover nothing.
And when we talk about this on Monday, me and Keon are going to be living high on the horse, I guess.
Are you though? Keon, you're still way far behind. I wouldn't be sitting there living high on shit right then.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm just trying to be above. I'm just trying to get above the grade. That's it.
The teams you picked are trash, and you have to deal with that.
I mean, I have been, you know.
Yeah, unfortunately. So this next matchup, guys, did not have this feeling to it, right? Before the season, we probably wouldn't be talking about this, but we're 5 weeks into the season, going on 6, and both teams are undefeated, by the way. And that's Maryland traveling to Columbus to take on Ohio State. Guys, is it me or does it just sound crazy that Maryland is undefeated at this point?
No, this is what they do every year.
Is it?
Yeah, this isn't nothing new for Maryland. They usually start out hot. But luckily we all made the right decision. Yeah, that's really it. We don't really need to talk about this. They've never beaten Ohio State. So yet again, what's the next matchup?
Hold on. I just want you to understand. Monday could be interesting if they somehow fuck around and lose, because we got clips of Keon just dropping it.
No,
I feel like you're right though. I feel like you're right.
I'm on the same boat as the Florida game. If I'm right, I'm right, and if I'm wrong, I'm also right. Because
I'm also right.
If you lose to Maryland at home, we gotta talk. We were this close to talking after Notre Dame. But we were really going to talk if we lose to Maryland.
Yeah, so
no, I'm not gonna lie.
So apparently the only thing Maryland does is crab cakes and football. Fair point. I can believe that. Yeah. And we're not talking about the Terrapins. We're talking about fucking Ravens at this point. That's about all they got. Only good football they got. Yeah. Welcome in, Roots. By the way, welcome in, sir. You're in time for the picks. Let's see. Next matchup, guys. Coming off the Duke win, Notre Dame facing Louisville. If I'm not mistaken, Louisville is another team that they're ranked right now, undefeated. Notre Dame's traveling to Louisville. Guys, I think we're all on unison, though, that just Notre Dame is too much for Louisville. It's just the way she blows there. Yeah, it happened.
I will be quite impressed if Louisville can sustain the current, trajectory they're kind of going. I mean, their first year under a new coach, like 5-0 is a crazy hot start, but I mean, let's be honest, they probably should have lost to Georgia Tech. So Georgia Tech also just lost this week to Bowling Green. So.
Oh, trust me, we heard about that. We heard about that last night. It was good. It was good stuff. Alabama, A&M.
All right, so before we do this, I know I'm gonna be on an island, but let's roll let's see what everybody else picked.
I don't know whose island you think you're gonna be on.
Oh, there we go. Come
on now.
Let's go. This has been my my most stand-on-ish take that I have, and I don't even know if that's even really a word, but I've been saying, like, before the season even began, that Texas A&M is hosting Alabama That is their trap game. That is Alabama's trap game. And now
I'll tell you this, plain
like
and simple in the King's English. Alabama, with their quarterback situation, has proved that they have to run the ball to win games. Texas A&M is going to load the box, load it up, and they're going to eliminate or try to eliminate the run and make Milroe throw the ball to beat them. If I am Jimbo, at home, at night, I will take my odds with Milroe having to throw the ball to beat me.
Yep.
I mean, you got A&M on a backup quarterback that isn't technically the backup quarterback. Dude looks better than the starting quarterback at times. But my thing is, Alabama's defense kind of showed me that the potential that they should be, right? We talk about this. Now, it was Mississippi State. I'm not going to say anything bad about that because sometimes you just need those get-right games. Maybe that was it. Listen, it seems like A&M has – I wouldn't say they have their number, but Alabama has a tough time playing in College Station. But I just think that what's going to happen is they're so focused on the run game that I do think they pass enough to extend drives and go from there. But I think Milroe could have one of these games where he uses his feet to be it. I ain't gonna say the X factor, but make the difference on offense. I think they try to account for him, but dude, he's just a measurable freak. You know what I mean? Dude's big and fast, and I think that matters. Now listen, Texas A&M defensive line is really good, by the way. So I get that. Me and Juan, I can't speak for Juan. I think if I would try to speak for Juan, it would be A&M is just absolute trash. I don't know. It's about right. I hope that's the right answer there, Juan. Sorry. But that's just my thought is I think they pull one off. We'll see. But, I mean, Rudes technically is right by saying that A&M is a more complete team. Yeah, I think that. And it ain't murder ball. So we'll see. I mean, might be wrong, but again, I'm going to pull a Kobe. If I'm right, I'm right. And if I'm wrong, I'm right. See how it goes from there, Let's see. What's the next matchup? Ooh.
All right. I'm gonna just say, as the resident Texan of this podcast, this is a hell of an event. Hell of an event. If you've never been to the Texas State Fair, definitely come in to see it, because the Red River rivalry is happening at the center of it.
You just go for the deep fried Twinkies. Don't get it twisted.
No, I go for the funnel cakes. I'm not gonna lie to you. The funnel
cakes. Good answer. Good, solid answer. I'll give you 2 points extra just for saying that. God almighty.
I go for the funnel cakes and the turkey legs. Not gonna lie to you, that's top tier. That's top tier eats right there.
Are you speaking gang signs? Kobe?
Yeah, that's what he's.
Okay, so Jeff's pulling out some spreads here. Had Bama at 1.5 point favorites according to Vegas, and Texas is a 6.5 point favorite. Let's see, where did it go? Here you go. Here's what we got.
Yep, in the words of Big X the Plug, don't fuck with Texas.
Bitch, I'm from Texas.
You know what always worries me about these games, though? I hate seeing when Juan picks against all of us.
No, I love it. I love it.
You haven't. He hasn't been around long enough.
There's some bullshit is on the way.
He hasn't.
No, I love it.
He picks against the masses. There's always it's like he's got a phone to Oklahoma's defensive coordinator. Yeah, we're gonna murder him. He's like, bet podcast. I need it.
Yeah, no. Oh, this is gonna be a very close game, man. I really do believe it.
I think Texas wins, Oklahoma covers.
I'll tell you this, but I will say this. I do have Texas winning it, but if Texas starts slow, Oklahoma's winning the game.
I just want to let you know, since Juan picked it on the island, Juan Daniels beat the Sun in a staring contest. Just think about that.
Well,
this is why he wins. He just wins.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, that Red River game's going to be fun to watch, I think. Now, thinking about it, this was last year. Texas shut them out 49-0.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it being a 49-0 to shut out this year.
I don't either.
Don't see that.
If it is,
Obviously,
I'll order a Texas hat. 49-0.
now if even that, what about if it's just a shutout?
Nope. Gotta be 49-0.
Yeah, that's okay.
No,
so
if
you
if
trying to get a Texas hat? That's simple enough.
yeah, if it's a shutout, I'm buying a Texas hat.
Boy, my Texas in the playoff pick would look pretty damn good about that, wouldn't it? Here we go, guys. Kentucky taking on Georgia, 7:00 under the lights. Keon, I need to ask you: do you think anyone even the brigade? Do you think anyone is on an island this week?
No.
You sure? You
Y'all
sure?
better be fucking playing with me. No. I'm sure. Oh shit! I was about to be like, "What the fuck? What? What the fuck's up, brigade? What's happening?"
My God, this might be the hottest take of ever. Got a 63. Got a project special. Whew. I don't see that happening, Pat. But good Lord, if that happened, man, Georgia's right back in that. Georgia's the best team in the country. Talk immediately. Just gonna leave that there. I love how that's a ranked matchup too, guys. Let's drop our score predictions. See how close we get. By the way, we'll go Kobe first, Keon, and then myself.
38-17.
45-13.
Shit, it's pretty big scores there. I'm gonna go 31-20. 31-20.
Like
Crazy?
Like a solid 20 or like a backdoor 20?
Just 31-20.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy. I'm not gonna lie. If we win this game 31-20, I'm pissed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am pissed. Okay, that's some shit that went horribly wrong. Okay, turn the lights on. Okay, this is not okay. All right.
Oh, Jesus Christ, help me. God.
Do not let the referees leave. Do not let the officials leave the stadium. Lock the door from the inside. Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man. All right, let's move on to the locks of the week. Keon, Kobe, myself all went Florida State over Virginia Tech. This might arguably be the easiest lock of the week ever.
Honestly.
If they don't beat them by 4 scores, I might be pissed, like Keon.
Juan might sweat this low key.
Syracuse, he's got UNC over Syracuse. So, I mean, for what it's worth, I think they'll win, but I think it's not as close as a lock as I think this one. Florida State, Virginia Tech, I think that's going to be the easiest pick. That was easy. I saw that game. I was like, yeah, that's my lock. That's the lock of the week, easily. Upset of the week. Keon and Juan both going Oklahoma to upset Texas. They're trying to double down here, double dip, if you will. Kobe, you chose Alabama.
Juan's double dipping because he picked Oklahoma to win. And
yeah,
Keon,
exactly.
Me and Keon are both fading ourselves.
There you go.
If Alabama, maybe gets it done, I still get some points out of the deal. And if Oklahoma happens to pull in Oklahoma, beat Texas.
Listen, I chose Washington State over UCLA because when I saw it on Bleacher Report, I went on Bleacher Report and it gives you the spreads or whatever. And I saw that UCLA was a home favorite. I immediately put that as my shit. I screenshotted it. I was like, nobody's going to believe me on this, but this is what it is.
You want to
so
know
I'm trying to double dip.
You want to know what really hurts? We talked about it last night. Keon, after you got off, that I may do a Wednesday night sweater show and pick Jacksonville State over Middle Tennessee. And second, Jacksonville State is winning.
Yeah, he did do that, by the way. Can confirm. Can confirm. So
that's gonna hit. There's only 2 minutes left in that game too. That would have hit. That would have been a
football for like 49.
Oh, dude, today was
days.
49 straight days. I think it was as of today, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like every day between now and the day after Thanksgiving, something crazy.
Pro or college, I'm not mad at all. Not mad at all, guys. Before we wrap this thing up, any final thoughts before we wrap this thing up and get ready for the weekend?
All right. UCLA, please don't let me down. Okay. And Texas A&M, please don't shit your pants. And Oklahoma, Texas. Yet again, I picked Texas originally. I honestly have no clue who's going to win this game. I have no clue. But regardless, if I'm right, I'm right. And if I'm wrong, I'm still right.
With that being said, you're still in last place.
Boomer.
So there's that. There is that.
Robert's just mad because he was in last place last year. Now he can talk
he's
shit
just
somebody else in last place.
Of course. Hey, you know what? I earned the fact that I can talk shit because I'm not in last place.
Yeah, but see, this is my first go, right? You did that last year. Was what, your second time, or?
That's it. Well, I know that the format of this game has changed since last year too. I do think that the upset and the lock of the week has made an interesting dynamic to this game. I do think so.
Yeah, used to it was 10 games straight up.
Oh, see, that's different. You're just picking games to win at that point, rather than just going with the upset.
No, we went against the spread last year too.
Oh, yeah.
We used spreads. At one point.
Yeah, no.
We switched it up.
We talked spreads, but I mean, how are you saying it's different though, Keon? All you have literally more than half your points you've lost haven't been in a lock or an upset. They've just been in straight up games, which is how we played last year.
You see,
you wanted 6-4 this week in straight up games.
Yeah, no, because I believed, and that was my fault.
You know what though? Last year, Kobe, if you remember, last year we had those weeks where all of us went 5-5 and 6-4. That was nuts.
We definitely improved. I mean, we'll see. We're about to get into the meat of the season. This is where like things kind of start going
shake up. Yeah, because you're not seeing marquee non-conference matchups and stuff. You're seeing conference matchups. You'll see some easy winners, but then you got some ones that just come out of nowhere, especially the SEC games. Man, it's fun. Guys, if nobody has anything left to say, I think we get out of here and prepare for Saturday. Not the case. Not the case. Nah. Bill Walton. He'll be talking to Bill Walton here in just a second. Anyways, we're getting off here, guys. Make sure 7:00. SEC Network, isn't it? Or CBS.
Yeah.
7:00. If you're there
on the dot.
Nah, it ain't never on the dot. Things ain't like that.
Yeah.
7:00 game. If you're in Athens, enjoy yourself. I think this is gonna be a good matchup. Go from there. We'll catch y'all Monday to recap what happened Saturday.
100%.
With that being said, have a great night and go Dogs.
Go Dogs. Dogs on top.